Hey guys, what is up? It is Jim here, and today I have the long-awaited vector tutorial. So, before you download the file, I'm of course going to inform you of some stuff that is with this that might cause some certain issues. So I guess let's start off with the stock. In LDD, it's not possible to fold for some reason, so you may have to make some holes yourself for the safety here and maybe some of the screws, but I don't think it's going to be too big of a problem since the stock is already 6 wide back there. But yeah, the stock doesn't allow you to have the shell ejection port open when it's folded. So if you want to make the classic vector stock, then feel free to do so. I just couldn't be bothered to because I don't really like that stock too much. So the iron sights are borrowed from the community file in my different usernames Discord, so I didn't design them, but you might not be able to make these exact ones because of these bow pieces, so you can just follow the ones that I have in my video. Trigger has the rubber band attachment in here, so you can just put the rubber band under here, back here, and then onto the little Technic piece in the front there, and then it should work perfectly fine. Down here on this trigger guard piece, you should be allowed to put these pieces on here, but in LDD for some reason it doesn't want to work. But in real life this would work, so just put 4 of these pieces there, and then it'll be attached and hopefully won't just flop down. Trigger guard here is straightforward, got that to work easily. The grip is the same one that I used in the vector video that I had. The bolt catch does not work, it is just for detail, so if you can make it working, then go ahead. But you might end up colliding with the magazine. So the magazine is actually held in with the magazine release, which I didn't intend on. As you can see, it goes all the way in here. You can see all the things here which are to hold it in, and it holds it in perfectly fine at the angle, and the magazine release will just make sure that it doesn't just slip out if it doesn't have a lot of friction. So it is attached right there, and the thing about the magazine is that it doesn't have a slow piece, so you will have to press this to put the magazine in. But if you want to, you can do the same thing that I did on my Glock magazine and make a little slope right there. But otherwise, you do want to put a spring right here, and one of those spring suspension pieces that LEGO has will work. The spring in there will work in here. We have some rails, so you can of course make some attachments. I'm terrible at making attachments, as I said in my previous stream, so you'll have to make some. I'm sure there are some tutorials on YouTube to make some. We do have the charging handle here, which has this folding piece, so it folds out and then you can pull it back. I don't believe there are any pieces in here that need to be removed for it to work. I do believe it is, yeah, okay, so it's perfectly attached in there. Now the rubber band attachment for this is a bit more advanced, and that's because of the way that it's made. So it needs a somewhat small rubber band that goes on this stud here. So you take this stud off, you put the rubber band inside there, then you put this back on, put the plate on, and then you pull it under here, and then you of course want to make sure that you actually hold this down with something so it doesn't just spring open, and then it's gonna work perfectly fine. And I think other than that, there are no issues on this thing. There are quite a bit of easy things to do on this. The hardest things are probably doing the magazine, like this whole area, and then the bolt might be a little bit tough to do just because of the rubber band, but I think otherwise it's going to be really easy. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this vector. Also, thank you guys so much for all the support on the streams. by you guys coming to the streams, it means that I'm gonna release the more files that I make in the streams, just because I know that you guys then really want them. So yeah, thank you guys so much for all the support. Enjoy the file, and I will see you guys. Goodbye.